This is the only good move. The Sicilian
double
defense
pawns.
controls the d4 square with c-pawn. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center to prepare for a d4 pawn push, where the knight will recapture if black captures on d4. a6 prepares the b5 pawn push and stops the white pieces from coming to b5. Good job bringing your bishop out early to build a solid position. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. After all captures, this is an equal trade. White's recapture simultaneously activates another piece. This develops a piece while also winning a tempo on a queen. This moves the queen to safety. This prepares the bishop for development. Castling kingside tends to be safer than queenside because the king is further from the center. This fianchettos the bishop by placing it on a powerful diagonal. White develops the knight and attacks the center. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. This offers an equal trade of pieces. Both kings are castled and ready for the middle game. This is the strongest option. This is a fair move. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. This is an equal trade. Recaptures. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Takes back. Advancing the pawns in front of the king can compromise the king's safety. This activates a piece and simultaneously wins time by attacking a queen. This move puts the queen on a safer square. Very precise. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. With the rook now developed as well, white has all pieces ready for action. One of the best moves Right on target. Black activates the last piece, bringing all pieces into play. White's pieces move to a square with greater activity and control. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Recaptures. That's fine. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. Now white can't stop black from winning material if they make the right moves. There were worse moves, but also something much better. This is the strongest option. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This is a fair move. That's fine. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This creates a backward pawn, weakening the pawn structure. This is the only good move. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Takes back. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This forces the opponent to double pawns. Recaptures. This is a fair move. The piece finds a new active square. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. A very strong play. That's fine. This threatens to tactically win a pawn. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. This threatens to win a pawn through a fork. This stops the opponent from being able to win a pawn through a fork. This is not the right idea. That's an unfortunate error. This is an equal trade. Recaptures. A solid choice. There were worse moves, but also something much better. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. Very precise. This moves the rook to safety. This loses a pawn. This misses a better way to tactically win a pawn. Takes back. That pawn was free for the taking. This evades the check from the rook. Right on target. This evades the check from the rook. An active king is critical in the endgame, and getting it off of the back rank is the first step. This is the strongest option. One of the best moves. A very strong play. This is not the right idea. Very precise. This is a fair move. Right on target. This steps away from the checking rook. Putting the piece on a blockade square. This defends the attacked pawn. This evades the check from the rook. Pushing a passed pawn. This steps away from the checking pawn. This moves the rook to safety. This blocks black's pawn. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This is the strongest option. Very precise. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. This puts the rook behind the other player's passed pawn. Right on target. This overlooks an opportunity to set up a blockade. This is the only move that works. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. A solid choice. There was only one good move there. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it. This is the only move that works. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. There were worse moves, but also something much better. Pushing a passed pawn. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. Pushing a passed pawn. One of the best moves. This steps away from the checking rook. This is the strongest option. This evades the check from the rook. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. Black finds a nice tactic with just seconds to spare, winning a rook.